We live in a society of man pain. God, I really wanted to like this movie. Doing a Joker origin story film was always going to be a tough sell. After all, Batman's arch nemesis is the clown prince of crime rather than Bel-Air, meaning that it would be incredibly difficult to empathize with his struggle once the Joker's brain goes too far gone into cuckoo land and goes on an inevitable murder spree. Will Smith admittedly could probably still get away with it. Director Todd Phillips, who's known most for The Hangover, Old School, some okay comedies, and some kind of shitty ones, decided to take a very inspired route into confronting this problem. Seeing as the Joker is a character that might even deserve less empathy from audiences more so than the Devil or Bobby Kotick. Instead of a straightforward movie, Phillips clearly emulated Martin Scorsese films, Taxi Driver chief among them, in creating this film's anti-hero. It's a really great and lofty goal, but it's unfortunately one that isn't attained by Joker. The thing about Martin Scorsese is that he's one of the greatest directors of all time. Scorsese can thread a needle with anti-heroes like Travis Bickle or Jordan Belfort in that they are understandable but not necessarily sympathetic. There's a difference. Understandable means that a particular character's point of view, even if very disagreeable, if not outright condemnable, is gotten across to the audience. Sympathy means that I feel bad for these characters. But the thing is with Travis Bickle and Jordan Belfort, I don't feel bad for them. I just understand why they are the way they are. They're not good people, but they're understandable. Understandable just answers why they are the way they are more so than just how I feel about them. The problem with the Joker in Joker is that the movie has a hard time deciphering whether or not we should sympathize with the Joker. The plot follows Arthur Fleck, a mentally ill, failed clown and comedian who descends into madness and eventually becomes the Joker. Despite the fact that Joaquin Phoenix delivers a great performance as Arthur Fleck, the film is a complete mess and is indecisive on whether or not Joker is a villain or anti-hero, which results in the movie consistently shooting itself in the clown shoe. The film really tries to emphasize that horrible Gotham society is responsible for creating the Joker, society is cruel without reason and everyone is bad, and in many cases the movie will try to paint Joker's action as justifiable despite being so heinous. He even tries to make a face-palming, I shit you not, we live in a society type of speech to explain his rationale to anyone that will listen to him as well as to the audience. It's very pretentious. And my response is, no, you're the Joker. You're not an anti-hero, you're the bad guy. You're the fucking Joker. Even worse, the film blatantly ties modern political messages to the story without any meaningful subtext. The Joker's followers and fans are essentially like evil Antifa and protesters who believe the ruling class are fascists, and repeatedly shows protesters with signs that say resist. Yes, really, this film is that fucking tone deaf. You know, there are lots of people in this country that are going on murder sprees on almost a daily basis, if not more, and it ain't Antifa. It's generally racist, xenophobic, sexist, homophobic, pathetic little shits who feel like they're owed something by society. One of who was actually dressed as the Joker that one time. Yeah, fuck you too, movie! And let's examine society here. As a mentally ill person who could potentially, see aspects of where Arthur Fleck is coming from, fuck him. I already know for a fact that society is terrible, but you don't see me going on a damn murder spree. I mean, for fuck's sake. Our healthcare system is shit, especially if you're mentally ill. Everything is way too expensive, and when it comes to capitalists in the pharmaceutical and health insurance industries, my suffering has a dollar sign. Yeah, even with that, I know, and many other people who suffer from mental illnesses as well, that this film isn't doing any favors by perpetuating a bad stigma against us. We all know that killing is wrong. And you know what? You think the Joker is sympathetic because society treats him like shit? Well, welcome to the club. American society treats everyone like shit. A whole race of people were enslaved. Kids are being separated from their parents at the border and being put in concentration camps. Women are sexually assaulted at an alarming rate and aren't believed. Arthur Fleck's suffering, while terrible, isn't unique and doesn't make his criminal escapades sympathetic. It just makes him pathetic. It's completely unjustifiable and downright irresponsible, because there is no justification for his actions. Now let me state that Joker has a few good scenes, mostly in the middle of the film due to how the first act drags and has very little substance, and the final half hour is horribly pretentious, but a few good and creative scenes and terrific performances from Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro don't change the fact that Joker is a rotten film to its very core. The Joker isn't a hero, nor even an anti-hero. He's a villain and should be treated as such. Don't see this movie unless you're morbidly curious, I guess. And if that's the case, just wait for home video or streaming. Not worth it. See ya.